Hello people! Well, today I'm going to explain to you the use of array formulas with variable length. Well, you're probably wondering why you would need this. So I'm going to use the following running example to demonstrate it. And the goal is to calculate the value of these words. So act, it has A is equal to 1, C is equal to 3, and T is equal to 20. So the total value should be 1 plus 3 plus 20 is 24. Well, the most intuitive way to do this is to separate all the characters here. I've done it here. And then assigning values to these characters. Well, here I used the mid function to get the characters, and here I used a match function, which refers to this list of the alphabet here, and then it gets the value of the different letters, and then the sum is calculated, which gives 24. But if I scroll a bit down, then we've got here the word anti-disestablishmentarianism, and it is way too long. You can see it, so I use too few columns. And the goal is now to build a tool or a sheet that can calculate the value without a predetermined number of letters. So, since we want this to make this independently, I'm going to start all over again. So here are the words. Well, let's first assume that we know the amount of characters here. So then I can start by using the mid function over this word, and I can implement now. I'll implement here a array 1, 2, 3, which is the starting number, and every time it returns one character. Let's put this in, and let's calculate for the total length of the range. So here are all the letters. Now I can put a value to it by using the match function. So these are the values that we want to look up, and we want to look them up in the letter array, which you saw before is the alphabet, and we want each time an exact match. So here are all the values, and then the sum of these values gives the correct final answer. So let's do this. Here equals the sum of the expression we used before, and here you can see the correct answer is 24. But now we have assumed that we knew how much letters there were, and well, this is obviously not the case for the rest of the words. So our next goal is to make an array that automatically has the length of the word. So let's start by using the offset function. You can see the offset, it returns a reference to a range. So this is exactly what we need. So we need to put in a fixed cell. Sorry, yeah. And the only criteria is that the cell is on the first row, so on row number 1. We can see later why this is, but so I'll put in no rows and no columns, but the height of this range should be as high as the length of the word. Now if I put in this thing and I put it on the correct range, then you can see that it refers to A1, A2 and A3. Now if I put the row function in here, then the row of this range is taken, and we get exactly what we want. We get an array with values 1, 2, and 3. So the offset function refers to the range A1, A2, A3, and the row function refers to the row function makes of cell A1 has row 1, cell A2 has row 2, cell A3 has row 3. So that's why we get this array. And now we can just implement this into what we've done before here. Instead of our 1, 2, 3 here, we put this thing in, and then we get the correct result, 24. But this is independently of the length of the word. So if I drag this down, then I get the correct values for all the words. And if I scroll down to our nasty long word, anti-disestablishmentarianism, then it's got the correct value of 307. And this is exactly what we wanted to calculate. So, well, this is basically what I wanted to say, and I hope this trick will help you in your future Excel career. And goodbye.